morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. It is a Monday morning Jentel show, as it always is on Monday mornings. I'm your host, Mike Barrett, in freezing cold Las Vegas, Nevada. Joined today, as I always am, by the co-host, the lady with the Jentel, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Falot-Doring from Hayden, Idaho. Jen, how are you on this marvelous Monday morning?
Fabulous. Sun is shining. It's a beautiful fall day.
Absolutely fabulous. I had a pretty good sports weekend. You know, I try to take my weekends off, or at least Saturday night and all day Sunday. Seahawks won. They're in first place, unbelievably, 5-2. I don't know how they managed to win that game after they screwed it up so badly earlier. But the Seahawks won. Manchester City won the Manchester Derby, sweeping out the filth. Manchester United 3-0 in their own place. Just embarrassed them. The only way it could have been better, and then all other teams lost. The only way it could have been better is if Spurs and Arsenal had lost, which would have put us top of the league. But we'll be there eventually anyway. So things are going great on the soccer front. Things are going great on the sports, the Seahawks front. I had a great weekend. Drank a little bit too much, but feeling better now. And Halloween is coming up on Tuesday. And if you're in the Las Vegas area, look for me downtown in the Fremont district area, down there at the Fremont Experience. I will be dressed as Wolverine. And ladies, on my claws, I don't have my metal claws with me. I will be serving cocktail olives on the tips of my claws if you'd like to have some. So there we are. All right, Jen, let's take a look and see who's in chat today. Scott Ferguson is here. Hey, Scott. Is that
Scott?
Ben Diamond? Can't wait for Jentel. As they said, the end isn't for everyone. They never said the end isn't for anyone awake. This is a nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Sandy's here. Baba Two's here. Stephen Leister's here. Noyes girl, Michelle Noyes is here. Maybe tomorrow or this week will be the Big Bang. Well, we'll see. R.L. Nielsen is here. Ron Davidoff.
Hey, Ron.
Captain Ron is here. Ernest Rutland is here. Mike Mick is here. Rick Norman. How about them Browns? How about them Bengals? Kevin Strupp. Sandy Maynard. Christine Packer is here. Peter the Gunsmith. Like that. All right. Diana Alexander's here. Jen G. Sissy. Joanne Patton. Trying to go through the people we haven't put up here yet. Diana Alexander. We'll get all your questions going. K-Fresh is here. And Victoria Adams is here. Hi, Victoria. Diana Leyland. Good crowd today. Jennifer Gadbaugh. Thought you were already up there. And Batman. Christopher Iverson is here, reporting from the Northern Bat Cave today. I wonder if that means he's hanging out with his girlfriend up there. I don't know. Tiffany Hayes is here. Mary Ferranti. Laura Mills. Okay. All right. That's going to do it for the introductions. All right. I don't have anything for you today. Mark doesn't have anything. I haven't heard any background rumors from the bankers except the same old stuff I've been hearing, which is, oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's 2 weeks from now. And that's all I hear. And it's the same stuff we've been hearing. There doesn't seem to be any movement on the financial front. Everything is dead stopped. I would encourage you guys, just stop paying attention to folks like Militia Man, okay? They're reading news articles and trying to read the tea leaves and discern from this statement or that statement in a news article. Oh, well, they have to Iraq has to revalue their currency by this day, or they have to revalue their currency by that day. No, they don't. And whatever they're going to do, you're not going to read about it in a fucking news article, okay? You're not. These guys are stuck, and they don't realize what's actually going on. The news articles are only put out there as an excuse for why it hasn't happened. They're not telling you when it's going to happen because really, I don't think anybody knows at this point. We can speculate. But the news articles are designed to just keep everybody patient. And we would hope that the Iraqi people are running out of patience. I don't know about that yet. All I can say is people that read you news articles, they're just... It's just, again, designed to explain why it hasn't happened yet, because it should have happened a long time ago. Now, from Jen, I guess we're going to hear on Jentel what's going on with that. Don't look to Jen to save you here, though, guys. It's like this thing should have happened a long time ago. The attack, it should have happened before Israel was attacked. If it had been, if they had done their fucking job, we'd all be sitting pretty right now. And the transition would happen. But they allowed that to happen because they didn't act. So now we're in this whole delay thing. And nobody knows what, when, where, how. But we all agree it can't last much longer because there will be an economic collapse at some point. But that might not be true. We've been saying that for 10 years. So hang on, just stop paying attention to the people that are reading news articles. You're not going to find the truth in news articles. You're going to find it from inside intelligence. And so don't pay attention to those guys. Also, please stop listening to David Nino Rodriguez and Wano Savin, aka Wayne Williott. They're now trying to convince you, oh, this is going to be so terrible. What we're going to go through is so horrible. Fuck those guys, okay? Stop listening to them. All they will do is bring you down. Now, I have no doubt that Wayne Williott is a patriot. I also think he's full of shit at this point, and I don't believe a word coming out of his mouth. And I think whatever difficulties we go through are going to be short and sweet in the end. Stop. I mean, I some of the shit that was posted this last weekend. Oh, I just talked to 107, Wayne Williott, and or Wayne Willett. I forget how you pronounce his last name. Oh God, what this country's going to go through. None of this is necessary. I'm going to repeat it again without a lot of tension and emotion. I'm not going to go off on a rant, but none of this is necessary. And I got to tell you, the white hats that keep delaying this crap for this reason or that reason, I hope they get held accountable. My physics research says they will be held accountable. They will not get away with putting this thing off for this reason or that reason when they could have done it and they could have saved a lot of people. Personally, my hope is that they end up against the wall just the way the bad guys do, because there are so many innocent lives that could have been saved, including the ones in Israel. If this thing had happened, that attack would not have come off. So I'm frustrated like everybody else, but this show, that's why we have a Tell the Truth Wednesday, is about living in the truth. So now Jennifer's going to give you the truth about what's going on. Jen, did I set you up to fail?
A little bit.
I don't mean to put pressure on you because look, I find Jen to be more reliable than any of this other shit that's out there.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
So relax and let God take the till, let him take the rudder and fly us into this thing. So Jen, I have for once actually read the Jentel today. So
okay.
Go on in and let me get your Jentel banner up here and we will then proceed.
Okay. Well, this is Jentel for October 30th, 2023. Interdimensional meditation. Archangel Michael and Gabriel met me on the 6th level of heaven in the field in front of my tree. RV. I asked Michael, where are we at now? He says the threat of war, and specifically use the word Palestine. Palestine is delaying it. Okay? That's where we're getting the delays. This whole thing over there, we got to get it cleaned up. We got to get it done. Maybe that's why they saved it for last, because now they've gotten in the way and they're trying to stop this thing. Okay? He says that it's almost complete over there. It's going to take a little more time. Okay. Best estimate for completion and into the RV process and stuff. We're into November now, probably mid-November. Sorry. Listen, if your financial situation is a problem, pivot. You got to get creative. We got to do things to keep going. Okay, I was out there trying to do that, having ideas this weekend, and some trolls came up and told me a bunch of reasons why I don't get to do what I want to do with my life because they can't afford it. I don't care. Okay? Don't piss me off. All right. So we're going to get this thing taken care of over there. It is still happening. I asked, is this still happening or have we lost? Are we going down the drain? No. It is still happening. They are in the way. They are trying to stop it. We got Jentel a long time ago, information for Archangel Michael told us. They're going to try and start a war to stop this thing. And that's what's going on. Yes, they had to go down in tunnels, get the head of the snake. They had to get the big bad guy. But we've still got that whole region that he calls Palestine, getting in the way. It's kind of been... Remember when he said hiding in plain sight? So this view we have of Israel, not its people, not the God-loving people, okay? We're talking about just like the United States, just like any country, really. We've kind of ignored them. Like, oh, that's the Holy Land and everything's all holy and pure over there. Well, no, they're a problem, okay? And we're getting rid of the problem. And that's going to take some time. Should be just estimate 2-3 weeks here. But I do think that we're going to see more on that story than RV for just a little while. If it hits before Christmas, I'm fine. Okay? Now, interesting. In the news this week, grain of salt, okay? All this stuff. Basically just bullet points that we will see in the news this week. Doesn't mean the mainstream media. That means that what people are talking about. What are we going to see happen? Okay? Planes going down. I asked, he said, not passenger planes. Look out for stories about planes going down. This is interesting. They do have to get this done quickly now because worldwide there is what's called a resistance building in many countries. And when I think resistance, I think, like Hunger Games, I think like revolution, I think about all that. That is bubbling behind the scenes. They know this. The fate of the dollar is also hanging in the balance. We have to think about what we know. Okay? They can only do this for a short time. Now, you throw a war in it, everything kind of goes on hold. They do little temporary things to keep everything flowing so they can take care of it, but it's not going to be enough this time. It's not going to be enough. So they know they have to get this done. The plan is still to win. They threw a little wrench in there. They knew it was coming. They knew the Israel problem is probably the biggest problem, which is interesting, but saved it for last. That is true. And that is where we are. So we're just going to have to be a little patient, enjoy Halloween, enjoy the fall, do it within your budget. Anything you can do right now just to get by until this happens, let's do it. Also in the news this week, helicopters over. So some of these I hear and some things I see. And what I saw was helicopters going over like farm fields, wheat fields. Something about the House or Congress are going to have talks about the procedure to continue government. That should be interesting. I don't know what that's related to. If that's like, oh, hey, we don't. Just watch for that. That's all I really got on that. Anything else would be speculation. Once again, I heard watch the skies. There is a war going on here right now. Not we're going to be bombed and military coming up to our shores and things like that. But there is a lot going on right now in the USA. Watch the skies. We're going to have to ride this out for a few weeks. Okay? So you have not been watching and listening and been notified and been trained to bail at the last minute because it's hard. Okay? That is not what we have prepared for. We knew this part was going to be hard. Everybody's pushed to the brink of their patience and sanity and everything else. But the next few weeks, we're going to see an escalation up to the transition. And I just got that. And that's where we're at.
Okay, you know, the thing that I found most interesting about this, and by the way, happy Halloween, that's why we have our Halloween, was the open discussions about how to continue government, because that's continuity of government. What that is that's prepping, obviously, for the continuity of government implementation for the 11.3, 11.4, all the stuff we've heard about, so that people will have some idea that this is a possibility before it actually goes down. So I think, should we hear about that? Should we actually see any discussions in the open about that kind of thing? I think that's a good sign for everybody.
Like I said, I don't know if it'll be mainstream media, or it'll just be in our underground channel. So he'll chatter about this. I don't know if it's Phil. I don't know who it is, but and I think it would be presented under the guise of, if we should have a war on our shores and we lose people, what do we do? But I don't think that's the real reason. That might be the cover story.
Okay, Pat Brees, you have no source saying it should have happened already. Just wishful thinking on your part. No one knows the time of day. Yeah, I do, fuckface. I do have multiple sources, and I have multiple dates in the past when it was scheduled to happen, but it was allowed to be slid because somebody wanted more money or because there was an attack on Israel. So fuck you.
Yeah, thanks.
You have one more chance. One more chance, and then you're gone forever.
Oh, God. Wrong day, man. Wrong day.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Kenneth B says, Jen, a wig maker friend of mine would like to meet you. Oh. Will Jen come away with a shaved head?
Why? Because you like my hair, or because? Okay.
I think he wants to make a wig of your hair. Cold in Vegas, try Alaska.
It's kind of creepy.
I'm telling you, it's cold. It was so cold yesterday when I took Barkley out for his walk. He was like, I don't want to go out there. I'm like, you have to poop. You have to go out and poop, dog. It was cold. How about saying a big happy birthday to Chester?
Happy birthday,
is
Chester.
on the Halloween. Happy birthday. And Ron Davidoff is saying, repeat after me. It's David off. That is so parochial, Ron. The sophisticated European way to say it is Ron Davidoff. Davidoff. There's like Davidoff champagne or Davidoff liquor. I forget what it is. Davidoff whiskey. There's no Davidoff whiskey.
Yeah, ask
Come
about
on,
the
Ron.
story behind that.
Come on, Ron.
It's a good story.
All right. So, all right, guys, there are, I don't know how many we got in here. Oh, geez, we have like almost 800 people in today, Jen, and I apologize. We don't have better news for you. I know it's frustrating to continue to hear 2 weeks, but
yeah, I
one
know.
of these
It's
days,
going to be entertaining, though. I mean,
for
us, it'll be entertaining.
So all 800 people in here, that's the best we have for you today. Thanks for the information. There are other people, TNT Tony and Mark are saying that they're hearing, Mark is not saying this, he's hearing from some people, it's like happening right now. It's going to happen tomorrow. Well, okay, let's wait and see. But I would like to remind you that these live streams do get taken down almost immediately off of YouTube. but you can always find them over on mikebera.blogspot.com, where you can find all of the latest videos, all of the latest stuff that we've done. You can buy all my books. You can see last Friday's show. You can see the Tell the Truth Wednesday show, which was really interesting. And pick up articles and things. Like one of my favorite articles, There's No Such Thing as Pareidolia, which AJ over there at the Y-Files needs to read. Lots of cool stuff over at mikebera.blogspot.com. And if you want to pick up a really cool novel for a Christmas present, pick up $7.99. You get a hardback copy of Lightbringer, a Dark Mission novel by Mike Bera. It is exciting and fun and a great read. Also, please do not forget to travel over, visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com, where you can pick up all kinds of super cool CBD products for your health. Slide over to the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no S, no capital A, just ALIEN, and pick up this week's specials. And along with those specials, you're going to get 2 million Bolivar for an order over $25 and 10 million Bolivar for an order over $100. So come on in, pick that stuff up. They've got all kinds of Lion's Mane products, the gummies. You've got the Miracle Gold. You've got the CBD pet treats. You've got the X-Freeze pain cream and the X-Freeze roll-on pain gel, which I really, really recommend. The Lotion 2000, which skin lotion works great. Also, you've got the spooky Halloween wardrobe pants available over there. You got some spooky Halloween. Those are only going to be for another day or so. And then there's another one over here, the Halloween lounge pants with Peanuts characters on them for Halloween and the Great Pumpkin. Really pretty cool stuff. Also, do not forget, though, that you can go to Mike B Formal Wear and you can pick up your Mike Bera ladies' pajama bottoms with my picture and Mark's picture strategically placed on the pajamas, along with flying saucers and aliens. That's I don't even know how much is this stuff. Those are $25. And then you've got the Whiskey and Wisdom lounge pants. New products over there from Matt and Lucas over at thecbdgurus.com. All right, pick that stuff up, make them they're great guys. They're so great. Lucas was in town, didn't have a chance to see him. But Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at jenniferfallah.com?
Okay, well, we have 2 sales that are on still today and will be ending at the end of the day. The everything healing for people or pets. This is a cleanse. This is everything. DNA correction, toxin cleanse, everything. Get in there and get it today. You can receive, if you want multiples, use the love button. You email me after. You can get gift cards. Also, the 30-minute rapid fire reading will be ending and being taken off the website. This is something I only offer once in a while. I have a few things that I offer once in a while, and I take them down. So if you would like one, get it today because it will be gone. Next week, sometime soon, at the beginning of November, we're going to come out with Christmas gift cards. I'm going to make up all the gift cards, and the easiest way to send a gift to somebody that, we've got friends all over the world through online and people that we just can't get to, and it's so much easier to screenshot a picture and send it to them through text, through messenger, through email, anything, and then you're done. They email me to schedule whatever it is. Easiest way to gift everybody. Okay. So those will be coming out next week. If I can't also give you anything on the website now as a gift card. So if you want to stock up on the low price, do it now. JenniferFallah.com.
All right. That is what is going on over at JenniferFallah.com today. Jen, I wanted to say something to people. I didn't share this with anybody last year, but last year when I was still in Seattle, I was feeling really bad on a given day. I think what I had was muscle problems and a rib that I had injured, and I was having a hard time breathing. And part of it, I think, was actually just gas, but I didn't feel good. And we were driving around, and I told Dave, I said, take me to the emergency room. So they did. And as part of the process, they gave me an EKG, and they said, and of course, everything's on your phone now. So I got my test results before the doctor even came and talked to me. Yes, that's my Instacart order right now. Morgan is shopping for my Instacart order. And it said, possible heart attack. I was like, fuck me, really? What are you talking about? So the doctor came and he said, okay, we looked at your EKG and it's different from your baseline in 2014. So sometime between 2014 and 2023, you had some sort of heart incident. And I said, wow, that's really freaky. And then I knew exactly when it was. It was when I climbed a Mayan pyramid in Mexico and almost died doing it. If it happened, that was in 2016. If it happened, that's when it happened on the Ancient Aliens cruise in Mexico. So anyway, I went back to my doctor later and he said, yeah, he said, you took another one. And he said, yeah, the peak is not as high here. It's not as good. So anyway, I asked, I got to this new doctor and I said, okay, do I need to see a cardiologist or something? And I went to my new doctor. He said, well, wait a couple weeks, come in, get a baseline EKG and we'll talk about it. Right. So the other day I had that done on Thursday. And before that I said, Jesus, I didn't do a prayer because praying sounds like begging. I just talked to him. I said, Jesus, what I want you to do is heal my heart and make sure if there's anything wrong with it, that it's fine. And the EKG comes out normal. So I went back and I got my EKG and the tech came in and he said, well, why did you want this? And I told him the whole story. And he said, well, what you have here is a completely normal, healthy EKG.
Oh,
so I do not know if it's different from the one I took with my other doctor. We'll compare that when I go see my new doctor. But at any rate, I am fine.
Good.
So I would like to say publicly, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
And that's an example of how Jen's medical healings can work for you. So I basically used the techniques that you taught me. Now, if I could just keep like my old crowns from falling out of my mouth, I'd be in great shape. I didn't have one of those happen this week. Shit. Anyway. Okay, guys. So one of the things we do here is when we have time, we take questions from you guys. Jen does quick readings for us, but what we emphasize is over on the Rumble side of the house. If you are a $5 a month subscriber to the channel, Real News Live, then guess what? You get to go first. You get your questions answered first, and you get to basically be first in line for that mere $5 a month. So what we're going to do is slide on over to Rumble, Jen, and we are going to look at the questions that are going on there. And where am I? There, on Rumble. So if you notice over here, these guys have these little red castles. That means they're $5 a month subscribers, which we really appreciate. If we could get, if we could get 400 or 500 out of you people, out of the thousands of people that watch our show every week, to be $5 a month supporters over there, we would be really, really happy. And you get to ask your questions first. So we're going to slide up and take a look at everybody over there. Magnum Mike is there. No question. Angel 64. Oh, also, please do not forget to give us your first name and the name of the person or pet you are asking about. That's very important. Gloria Galvin is here. Hello, everyone. Some of these people have a little gray whale. That means they did a Rumble rant before they subscribe. And all you do is during a live stream, go down to the bottom of the page. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Yeah, go down to the bottom. Oh, no, you're not seeing it. There it is. Okay. Go down to the bottom of the page where it says your message here and just hit subscribe. $5 a month and you make us happy and you get to go first on the questions. Okay. Bernie MM says, hi, Mike and Jen. I arrived back from my 2-week trial in Abu Dhabi on Friday night. I am praying this is our week. Jen, just if you had to ballpark it, what are the chances it's going to happen this week? 50% or less?
Less.
90%? Less. Okay. Angel 0964 says, just tried to order True Niagen and my bank account denied it. I have money in the bank. That's weird. I'm going to order that too. What this person is referring to, Jen, is that, oh, wow, that's really creepy. Yeah. Okay. What this person is referring to is Brooks has a product called True Niagen that he's been taking that he advertises on his website. And it's done real wonders for his blood tests. I also had baseline blood tests taken on Friday. That was actually on Friday. And so I'm going to try that experiment too. That is a little weird that it wouldn't let you buy it. Anyway, we have over 400 watching on Rumble, says Tamara Pepper. Gloria Galvin, Jen, your hair looks angelic and gorgeous.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Other Little Red Castle questions. Tamara Pepper. Hi, guys. Question. When Congress had their secret meeting to select a speaker, did they implement NESARA behind closed doors? Good question.
No.
Okay. Lucy XOXO, she has a little gray whale there. We're going to let her go because she did a Rumble rant of $3. But hi, Jen. My girlfriend, Carolyn, her husband, Michael, has been having bad stomach pains. He's had several tests, but they find nothing. Any ideas? So Lucy is asking about her friend Carolyn's husband, Michael, and his stomach pains. Any hints about what might be going on? Michael, any hints about what the doctor should look for?
He really has a lot of inflammation in the whole the GI tract, stomach, everything. He really takes a look at what he's developed an allergy to normal foods. It's creating a lot of acid reflux and gas, and he's actually getting, like, because of the inflammation, these sharper pains are like trapped gas, because it's not. He really needs to get something to reduce the inflammation in his body and take a look at what he is eating that's causing it. So start testing things out.
Yeah, which is something Mike needs to do too. Okay, Gloria has a question. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Jen, question. I just received a $70,000 tax bill from the IRS. Ooh, seems like a broker I used lied to me and screwed up my 401k transfer. Will it be resolved to my highest good as soon as possible?
Who is this?
This is Gloria.
You're going to have to do some stuff to get this error taken care of, but it is an error.
Okay, good.
You're going to have to prove that it's an error. You're going to have to do something. But yeah, it is an error.
Scott wants to know, will I get a different job before the RV happens?
Yeah.
Scott. Okay. Rosemary has a question. Can you tell me why my brother is having me look at properties that I clearly can't afford to purchase? Seems a little strange to me.
Well, maybe you've been talking to him about the RV. They will come out of the woodwork and have good ideas on how you can, I've got an idea for a business, all right? We could do this. You just wait for that stuff, guys. That'll happen. Luckily, my brother's in the RV, so he won't hit me with that.
Yeah.
He's always like, we should do this. And I'm like, no, we shouldn't do that.
No, we shouldn't. Tamara Pepper. Jen, I found another full-grown frog hopping around on the carpet in my finished basement. How are the frogs getting in my sump
weird.
pump? My sump pump is covered. Remember,
there is a pipe.
Most of the frogs. There what?
There is some kind of pipe, possibly a drainage pipe, some kind of shaft. It looks round. It's like in the concrete. It's that they're coming in through. So go look down low. It really doesn't do much of anything anymore, but it leads out. It leads to the dirt out underground, and I think they've found their way to that pipe. So go and take a look and see if there's anything like that.
David Murtos. Jen, will the listing I have in Clovis sell soon? Don't know what Clovis is. But...
It might be a couple months.
Okay. Nadine, I think it's Nadine. No, Natalie Forrest. We did Nancy for us. My friend's dog Minnie has a wound which will not heal. Will she be okay?
It really is like an infantigo kind of thing, and whatever that is, where the wound won't heal. What the dog is having problems with is the replication of new cells. So what Jesus is saying is that he really needs things that would help a dog thrive. Extra protein, meat. We got to get antibiotics in them. We got to get some kind of salve on there, like a triple antibiotic salve. But hopefully we can get it. But what the problem is really coming from inside, and he's having trouble replicating new cells to fill it in and to heal it up.
Start feeding him steak.
Yeah.
Start feeding him steak. Melanie Lucas wants to know if her son Kevin will meet a nice woman. It's been 2 years since he got out of a toxic marriage.
It's going to be about the 2.5 year mark. He's going to start venturing out and really get serious about wanting a relationship. He's really been healing and just kind of playing around right now, and not kind of hesitant to jump into anything serious. It's going to be about 2.5 year mark when you start to see something concrete in his life.
Okay. G. Holgerson. Again, we need your real first name. I'm very irritable these days at work. What is causing this? Well, you have to be at work for one thing.
Oh, God. Let's talk about the atmosphere lately. Everybody's irritable.
Yeah.
Not only are we going through this crap, but we're going through it at the thinnest veil time of the year. We've got the dark side out full force, and everybody advertising coming to my house by putting up all their demons and everything all over their front yard and everything else, and wearing costumes. I mean, that's really does happen. So shields up. You're just gonna have to say your prayers. You're just gonna say, I exist in the name of God. I reject all evil, and God, send me love. Send me your love, because that's what I need right now. I need to shine. That's what we need to do. That's the only way you're going to get through something like this. And I've been through some freaking hard times, all right? When I did have, and it just always seems like I'm put in this position where there is no room for error. There is no time to lay down and think about me. And so what do you do then? You divert your attention to somebody else. And if you want love in your life, and you don't want chaos, and you don't want all this stuff, then you start giving love out, and it will find you. And that's what you ask for. And that's how you get through things.
Okay, Lisa would like to know about her mom, Ray, R-A-E. Will her AFib get better with a pacemaker?
Yeah, really beneficial. That would help a lot.
Okay, good. All right, a few more questions. Renee wants to know, she has taxes due. Should I pay them or wait for the RV?
I can't tell you that.
Come on.
Listen,
you guys,
it's business as usual until it's not. And I've said that every day.
Business as usual until it's not. Lucy XOXO says, my friend just had a debt forgiveness on all the interest on the school loan over $200K. However, they're thanking Biden for the debt forgiveness. So upsetting he is getting the credit. Well, don't worry about that. Just be happy you got the $200,000 off of it, and he won't get the credit in the end, I don't think. Yeah, Pat 16, Jen, regarding what you said about Congress, continuing government or continuity of government, I think it's the same thing. I feel if the RV goes and war ends 11/11 at 11 o'clock. Remember when you were seeing 11/11 a lot?
Yes,
like
I was.
Still am.
Well, no. Listen, remember when remember the timeline? They restored a public shared of mine, and then that was horrific because nothing happened, and that sucked.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was fun. So remember that timeline? God, do I have it? So we went it kicked off on the 30th, and then we went to the 11th, and I said, I'm pretty sure that it's October 11th, but it could be November. Mm-hmm. So if that timeline plays out and it's November, I'm taking it as a win. Okay. So if we get to November 11th and it's 11/11 and he's removed and things start rolling, which that would be awesome, God. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it that way. Actually, that's okay. Anybody else? Is Sidney Powell presenting election fraud evidence to Clarence Thomas?
I get a big block when I try to get information on Sidney Powell, and I think it's for a reason. I always have. I do not think she's a bad guy. That enough information. I do think that she is heavily involved behind the scenes and has been for a very long time, especially with the military side of it. Other than that, I have not been able to get a lot of information on her and what she's doing now, and I think there's a reason for it.
Okay. Jen C wants to know if her trip to New York later this week will be safe. We're going to the Jets Monday Night Football game. Oh, it'll be safe, but it's going to be miserable because the Jets suck. Okay. Will Jen C's trip to New York be safe?
Now, it's always your responsibility to be on your feet and make decisions as you go to ensure your own safety. But at this point in time, I don't see any major events for you personally.
Okay, so I'm going to jump over here. And again, if you would like to ask a question and get to the top of the list, $5 subscription over on Rumble. We would really appreciate that. Jen, I'm going to ask you about something I know is going to come up. It's come up over there on Rumble a couple of times. Anything we should know about the death of Matthew Perry of Friends this weekend?
Well, looks like he drowned. And there may have been two hands pushing the shoulders down. Okay. Wow. I do think, I'm not sure if this was, I'm not sure if this was a woman or a lover and they just got a little excited, maybe drank too much, did a little too much of something, and he just passed out in the water. And I think someone went inside. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I don't know if he got a little crazy in the hot tub, all right? And he's not the same age as he used to be.
Yeah, he did have serious drug problems over the years.
I think that maybe he just passed out and drowned in the tub there.
By the way, Ron David off says someone can use my Little Red Castle if they want.
That's okay. We still do free readings from the other sites as well.
Yes, we do. It's just that the people with the Little Red Castle get to go first on the shows. That's what we do. And we are thinking, it's not set, but we are thinking about possibly doing free reading Fridays on Rumble just for the people with the Little Red Castles. Thinking about that.
That would be an extra show. We still do it here. Don't freak out and tell us we're all about money, And anybody wants to throw that at me, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I've had it. You have watched me do free work over and over, and I'm over here trying to support a family through this depression. If anybody has any attitude or opinions about how I live my life and what I do to get by and to take care of my family, keep it to yourself. All right?
That was a Jen rant.
You're going to get your ass kicked is what's going to happen.
That was a Jen rant. Nancy says, wow, first calm rant. We love you, Mike. Well, that was a relatively calm rant as things go for Mike Vera.
Yeah, I rant like a mom. All right. Yeah. And this is usually like, okay, this is what's going to happen. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Just look at Lisa. Oh my God, Jen, your beauty from within is certainly shining out. Always amazing hair. But did you get it layered? Extra divine today. Wow. With everything going on, I notice your hair.
Well, thank you, Lisa. You're like my best friend today for that. No, I cut my own hair. I hack away at it in the mirror to get the dead ends off, and this is what happened. So thank you.
Jen,
I grew up with a beauty shop attached to my home.
Yes.
And yes. I sat in there and painted the ladies' nails while my mother did all the old ladies' hair. And so I know a certain amount of stuff. And I do my own hair.
I think that would be your future, Jen. You're going to have a house with a beauty shop attached to it. Jen, any truth to the story that a battle is being fought underground in the tunnels beneath the Long Beach Harbor? We've heard that one 5 years ago.
Battle. That's old. That is old. Done. That's done. Yeah. That's old news.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Chester. Happy birthday, Chester. Scars and Vodka. That reminds me, for my Wolverine costume, I'm going to need a stogie, but I want to get a cheap one. I don't want to spend $20 on a cigar that I'm not really ever going to smoke.
Me and the girls are going to, Brett's out of town. Me and the girls are going to do our Halloween Town marathon. And we've watched those movies. And I look back at the Halloween Town movies, and they were so precious and cute. We'd watch them with the kids every day, every year, and do the pumpkins. And then last year we watched him, and the grandma gives the girl something. She goes, a pentagram. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't even see that. I didn't even it's like I can't even watch anything now. I'm
just disappointed you're not having a Halloween party again this year. I'm disappointed you're not having a Halloween party again this year because I was going to go as husband.
I know that was going to be fun.
But
that was the husband who didn't want to do that.
Soon, maybe we will have enough funds we can do that. We need to not focus on this happening and pivot to being in the present and being grateful. Yeah, I mean,
What else are you going to do? You going to give up? You going to drop out? There's nowhere to go back to now.
When is Jen going to get her line of lounge pants? Yeah, we can make them for men with Jen's face, like right there with the opening, like right there.
Classy. That's classy. Yeah, that would be me.
Jennifer Gadbot, can I please have prayers sent for safe return of my nephew who's been deployed this week and all other military personnel that are out?
Yes, prayers for him. Prayer for your nephew.
Guy here at my building couldn't breathe the other night, was taken to hospital by ambulance, was also told he had a heart attack, but he's jabbed. Yeah, I'm not jabbed. Dort wants to know, Jen, after the RV, will we be able to find our dream place and be able to purchase property? Dorothy, well, yeah, I would hope so. I would think after the RV.
Yeah. Yes.
Jen, my daughter Nicole is flying to Chicago for a few days. Anything to be concerned with? Well, it's Chicago, so you should always be a little concerned.
I see you're getting there. Same deal. I can't tell you if something's safe or not, and so that you go, but I am not seeing any major problems.
James Foster, is my wife's son Kenny back to his old ways after getting out of jail since he didn't report to his correction officer? Seems like it, but I'll let Jen answer that.
Yeah, he's back and forth. He hasn't learned.
Carol wants to know when he's
Am I frozen or are you?
I'm not one of
You're all choppy. I can't understand you. But Dave, if anybody can hear me, when am I going to meet my girl? David, duh. Always ask me that. You got good news coming in November, Dave. Just hang in there.
Are we back?
Did anybody hear that?
No, probably not. Let's go back again. Dave wants to know when he's going to meet his girl ever after. Dave, like I said, Dave, you meet girls all the time, man.
You got good news coming in November.
Susie Q. What's holding up the sale of my in-laws condo in Thailand? Is the lawyer crooked? They were named Mike and Ronnie.
Gabriel says, well, a lot of lawyers are crooked out there. Somebody's not doing their job, delaying things. That's all I'm getting.
Nancy, Jen, will my daughter Rebecca find a full-time job with benefits relating to her degrees?
I see you hearing that she has gotten a job and her telling you about all the benefits. And yes, time wise, this might be into, a couple months into next year, but she will.
Okay. The Jets do suck. We agree, Jen. They suck. Monica would like to know, will my daughter Kylie find a medication or surgical option that will help her epilepsy?
Kylie. There's some kind of device that comes out. I don't know if this makes any sense, but what I'm seeing is almost like, you know how you put a pacemaker in and you've got this wire that goes to the heart? Well, it's almost in the back of the neck. And there's a wire that goes up and it's some kind of, I don't know what it does, but there's a device that comes out within her lifetime pretty soon, or that is out, that will help her stop the seizures.
Christy would like to know, Jen, will either of my sons, Ron and Bob, ever get married?
Why did I just see the movie? You know that movie with those two guys and their sisters getting married in Hawaii, and they're total scripts and they ruin the whole thing?
Mike and Dave need wedding dates.
Yeah, I just saw that movie. Maybe that's how your two sons are. They're just not serious yet. They will. They're going to settle down, both of them.
Rick Norman says his costume will scare the hell out of people. He's going as a job application. Smoking Monkey, I do not think I will live to see these people pay for their crimes, but I can go there knowing others will hold their feet to the fire. Yeah, I will, and don't talk like that. Jen, I went to the theater to see the documentary Life After Death. What do God and the Angels have to say about that documentary? Interesting.
No answer. That's probably too much information. I'd probably have to.
Jen should have a line of hair products. Okay, let's slide back over to the Rumble side of things real quick. Get a few more questions. See if any more Red Castle folks came in. A few did. Oh, Patton J.A., Little Red Castle, $1 Rumble rant.
Thank you.
Patton, Joanne, I don't know. Joanne Patton, yeah.
Oh,
my sister-in-law is on
how to do it.
My sister-in-law is on her way back to Texas. Will she have a safe flight, and will she be back again before Christmas?
Joanne's sister-in-law. She'll be fine.
Sarah would like to know, my mom Nancy keeps getting UTIs. Do you see what the cause really is? Urinary tract infections.
Lack of she's sitting too much. Okay. And then some other personal things, hygiene things, reinfecting herself.
Okay. Tamara Pepper thinks that Free Reading Friday for subscribers is a great idea. I agree. We'll see if we decide to do it. Will anything significant happen tomorrow on Halloween? Asks David.
That's kind of a vague question. Anything significant, like.
Well, significant relating, let's say, to the RV or world politics or removal of Joe Biden. I don't know. Yeah.
Nothing like the big events you're waiting to see, but there will definitely be some chatter. Some news.
Okay. J.K. McLennan, good morning, Jen. Can you ask the Angels if XRP is going to be valuable in the new financial system? I got some XRP. That's all I'm telling
you. It exists in the new financial system. But it's secondary to other things.
Right. But a lot of cryptos don't. I think XRP and XLM are going to be the transfer medium for a lot of funds.
So what he was saying is that what Gabriel said is it exists in the new financial system, but is secondary in value to other things such as precious metals and things like that.
Still,
maybe even the dollar. I'm not sure.
It's part of my portfolio. It's part of my after the change.
The note.
Jen, this is Yaya. Okay, Melanie wants to know if her granddaughter Kinsella is intuitive to seeing ghosts, or is it just her imagination? Melanie's granddaughter.
Consuela?
It says Kinslea. Kinslea?
I think you got a medium there.
Cool. Nadine says, hi, Jen. I had a healing. Do I really need a blood thinner?
Okay. These healings are going to be like prayers, okay? There's a lot of factors that come into play whether you're healed or not. And a lot of them have to do with you and your choices and your soul path and everything else. So we continue to take whatever the doctor has prescribed. We continue to live in the real world and follow all these medications and protocols and whatever that has been suggested that you do. When you go back to the doctor and they say you don't need this anymore, that's when we know that the healing has been successful. And I love it when people do that.
Yeah. Another thing you can do too is for thinning blood is go give blood once a month. If they won't take your blood, get a prescription from your doctor for monthly blood draw. That helps a lot to thin your blood. I have done it myself. Okay. Diana Lebo needs hope. She has a heart condition and has a 2-year-old daughter. So let's give our thoughts and prayers.
Send me your name and your picture and I will do a healing on you. Email.
Tamara wants to know, why did Steve Scalise introduce Mike Johnson as the 45th Speaker of the House? He's actually the 118th Speaker. Is there anything to that, Jen?
Are we sure about that?
I don't know, but let's assume
it feels like misinformation.
Okay. Michelle would like to know, will I still have my job into 2024? It is a new job. I've been working for a month now.
Michelle
Webb.
She will, but she may not need it.
Okay. Rebecca Rugley, will my niece Molly's condo or townhome sell before Christmas?
No.
Lisa wants to know, Little Red Castle, first one-time subscriber there. Will my family's get-together this weekend go well?
I see laughing. I see, yeah.
It's like fun. I will XRP my pants, says Kenneth. All I can say is XRP is going to be worth a lot more than it's worth now.
I have an 1130.
Hey, Mike, Amaranth put a like on my tweet about you crushing on her. Did you see it? I did, and she also liked my tweet when I suggested that her new beer be called Simp Soda. So, yes, I got attention from Hot Tub Pickle Girl. Yes, I did. Jen, my dog Maya is an absolute sweetheart and about 10 or 11 years old. Is she going deaf or is she having selective hearing? Maya.
Who? That was broken up.
Okay, Jen, my dog Maya is an absolute sweetheart and about 10 or 11 years old. Is she going deaf or is she having selective hearing?
She has attitude and is definitely selective hearing. Okay, say cookie and see what happens. My little old Rosie, it just depends. They just kind of get irritable and it's like, I don't really want to do that right now. So I'm not going to listen. I'm just going to walk around the front yard and act like I don't hear you at all. And then I can stand on the front porch and say, Cookie. And she's like, what? I'm like, you know what? So, 12-year-old Lab thinks she owns the family and does whatever she wants. And so I think there's, there is some clogging in those ears. We could clean them out. But other than that, yeah, I believe it's selective.
Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. We continue to have some connection issues. All I can say is fuck Cox Cable. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. We will be back for Tell the Truth Wednesday, Jen and I. Maybe there'll be a little more intel. Maybe there'll be a little bit more of an update. Meantime, happy Halloween. Enjoy your Halloween. Put some candy out for the kids if you're not going to be here. I'm trying to talk Dave Barrett into coming down to downtown Vegas, the Fremont area, for a little couple hours of walking around on Halloween, listen to some music, have a good time, and wear my Wolverine costume. Jen, I should have got the Wolverine wig because I just don't have enough hair to look like Hugh Jackman in the X-Men movies, but I'm going to try. So, who knows? Maybe I'll be able to go to a store and get maybe a 70s wig would work because I would look like Dirty Harry or something. But anyway,
I totally want pictures.
You guys enjoy your Halloween. Have a really good time. Jen and I will be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow, this time, rescheduled. I am going to be doing an interview with Marina Sarin, who is a secret space program experiencer, according to her. So we're going to sit down all the way live at about an hour early, about 9 Pacific tomorrow. I'm going to talk to Marina for an hour and listen to her story. It is pretty interesting, and we shall wait and see how much she has behind it to substantiate it and what she has to say about her experiences. Meantime, everybody else have a great night, have a great Halloween, and we will talk to you again next time.